Back over to Lee Harris Limestone. Title: George owns a home in Oldham County, and in this email he's writing in, he says that his property survey yesterday, he had it done. He says in this email, George says about an hour later, he watched in horror as his neighbor took the wooden stake and the metal pin out of the ground. Whoa. Okay, George, that's so. Lee, what should he do at this point? Because he's paid for this survey, which is typically not cheap, 400 or 500 bucks, and now the pin and stakes are gone.
Yes, that is definitely a problem. That would be considered trespassing if it is on his property, and that should be on his property if it's actually been pinned there by a licensed surveyor. They should know where that property line is, and if somebody's coming over and removing anything from your property, such as your, you know, your lawn furniture or your pins, that's not legal to do. So the first thing, obviously, they sounds like they're probably not very neighborly, or he wouldn't have done that.
Right.
So that might not work. But I would go over there and say, I just paid for that. You need to put that back because that shows my boundary line. If that short of that, if he is actually trespassing and this is going to cost him money or it's going to cost him headache or whatever, then of course the courts are always there to intervene in that type of thing. And there are damages for trespass for those who might want to go and take their neighbor's stakes and pins out. So my guess is it's probably because the neighbor doesn't like where the line ended up. He might have thought it was somewhere else. But yes, you definitely cannot do that. That would be like stealing furniture.
He put a fence up 15 years ago. Yeah. Anybody buying a house, and I'm in that corner, I'm thinking that I want to get a survey. I know we've gotten away from that, but I think typically it'd be smart to get a survey so that we know where the property line is, a pinned survey. And that way, yeah, because we are not doing that. And I think that it would be a lot better off if we pin and stake it so we know where the lines are, right? Yeah.
It's absolutely a good idea to get a survey because there are lots of encroachments out there. There are lots of fences like Stefan's that are in the wrong spot. It could be in the newest neighborhood, the oldest neighborhood. You wouldn't believe how many things are a little bit off or whatever, but it's better to know that, particularly if you don't want your neighbor to be able to claim it later on down the line. And you want to get those things straightened out and also to know where your boundary lines are.
If you want to see a replay of this show, you can go to LouisvilleAnswers.com. That's a redirect to our YouTube channel, LouisvilleAnswers.com. And if you're thinking of selling, we have a free, no obligation booklet that has hundreds of useful tips. If you want a copy, simply send me an email, bob@WeSellLouisville.com. Put selling tips in the subject line. I'll send the information right out to you.